Hey guys, so it's been kind of weird so far this past few days. I think even just going into the new year, going into the holiday season, it's been weird. But um it has officially been 1 year since I've been consistent on this channel. I believe it was January 2nd, 2018, when I posted the my letter to my future husband video. So it's been a year, and it's crazy how much has changed since uploading that first video. I was living in Seattle at the time. I was working, well, when I posted that first video, I actually wasn't even working. But I did end up working at Starbucks again, and then eventually moving back to the East Coast. But yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy to think that it's been a whole year. Um, it's also, I don't know if you guys are like this. I feel like when you upload things on YouTube, you more so are kind of aware of this. But there's like some weird time morph when you are consistent on YouTube and stuff, and days seem a lot longer than they actually are. So like this year seemed really long, but also very short. It was long in the sense of the YouTube life. It felt weird because even though obviously I don't have like a huge channel or anything like that, but it felt like 1 week felt like a eternity when it came to YouTube and stuff. It's kind of strange, and it's weird because you can easily get into a different mindset, but I don't know. I sound like I think I sound like weird. I promise I have not had anything to drink or something. The only thing I had was like I went out and I had a milkshake, a chocolate milkshake, but that was it. I just picked my mom up from the airport. But I feel kind of foggy right now for some reason, and I'm not sure why. But but yeah, it's like it's really bizarre. It's bizarre to think of how slow time goes when you're posting consistently, because and you don't really realize it until you take a step back how much you've achieved or whatever. Because when I think about it, like this channel hit 1,000 subscribers on October 28th, and now even though it's been like going up and down, which I'm okay with, I don't know if you guys noticed this, and maybe you right now are one of those people watching that does this, but I think there's consistently 7 people that go on my videos and just like dislike them automatically. If you look at all of my videos, basically it's the same consistent, well, not those, all of them. It's like the most recent ones. And I almost wonder if some of those people that dislike it have like multiple accounts because it's like very consistent. But that's just something I've noticed lately. And maybe I'm a divisive figure for some people. Like I know that the video that I just put out, well, on New Year's Eve, that could be, there is some controversial stuff that we were talking about. I didn't know that we were going to talk about the stuff that we did, but I understand that not everybody that watches that is going to be like, oh, I 100% agree with everything you're saying. And it's okay, you can disagree, but I find it funny when people get like offended by stuff like that. But I like posting stuff like that because then you guys get a different perspective of not only me as like a person, but also the personality, the INFJ personality, because I think people see INFJs or other personalities, doesn't matter what the personality is, you take them out of their element or put them in a different element, and you'll see different attributes that you're not seeing all the time. Like for me, you guys will see, I feel like when I'm in my car by myself, I am not the most, I mean, I have extroverted feeling obviously, but when I'm in my car, I feel like I'm more in my head when I'm talking, but that's not how I am when I'm talking to other people typically. I'm typically super engaged with other people, and I think you guys can see that in that New Year's video. So I think that's kind of cool. So like, even if you take away the personal aspect of myself, because I don't really care like that I'm necessarily in that video, you just look at it as a personality aspect, just kind of as a way of looking at people. I think that's kind of interesting. But I kind of wanted to start off this year by like really posting some higher quality content, and I definitely will. But I really underestimated how much of a toll this move would take on my mom and I. And I don't want to make excuses about it. But just know that I would say, I don't even know exactly when. I would definitely say by February, you're going to see some higher quality videos. But I just realized right now that that's just not going to happen. And I think I need to stop putting that pressure on myself, because I want to actually post videos that are edited. Like, even though I think it's interesting, I mean, I'm a very strategic person in general. Anybody that knows me in real life will know this, but it's not even like necessarily from an angle, but as far as like just understanding a certain personality, the unedited videos are obviously how I actually speak, and that's how things come across, you know. But and I want to have this basis. I want this basis. I'm glad that I have a lot of videos where things are off the cuff. They're not edited. They're not perfect, because you're seeing how myself and other people, like in the interviews, are truly acting in that moment. You're not seeing an edited down version. But I also realize there's another side of me that knows that if I want to get my message across, or even not even just my message, but other people's messages, the majority of the videos, well, videos that people want to typically see are more edited videos. And I'm not saying every one of you guys want to see that, but I know that I could definitely cut some pauses out. I could cut some circles, because I talk in circles a lot. I could cut that stuff out and make them a little bit more digestible for people. But I'm glad. I guess the point is, I'm glad that I do have these videos that people can look back on, even when I do start becoming a little bit more professional with my video quality and the editing, and things are gonna like make a shift. People will be able to look back on those other videos and be like, oh, so this is how Emily really is. Not that I'm gonna be like, I don't ever plan on being fake or like putting on a voice or an act for people in a video, but it's just gonna be different. Like, I don't know if you guys watched the video that, it was like an interview style video I did with Calypso from INTJ and INFp Coffee. But in that video, so Calypso and I were talking for quite a while, but she did some really good, like major props to her, because she edited down quite a bit of stuff, and she was somehow able to make it cohesive still. But I think what's really cool about that video, even though there are some jumpy edits, for the most part, it's you're you're kind of seeing me sound a little bit more eloquent than I would typically sound, because she cut off the pauses, she cut out some of the stuff that I was saying that wasn't really necessarily adding to it, and I see a lot of value in that. But obviously I haven't really done that thus far. Some of my earlier videos are edited. I mean, there's quite a few videos that I did edit, but very few of my videos have I cut out things that I'm saying. The other thing that I really want to work on this upcoming year is actually have like bullet points to look back on, because as some of you guys know this, or maybe most of you guys know, my videos thus far, I do not plan them. I may have an idea. All of the ones that I've planned, these are videos that have not come out yet. The videos that I've shot in the last 6 months, I would say since the end of June till now, I did not have basically any planning involved in these videos. I had an idea, or I had some ideas during the week or something, and then I just shot a video, or I shot maybe even had the idea that day or that hour or even a couple of minutes before I shoot the video, and I don't plan it. And you can kind of tell because I'm thinking through it. So it makes it go slower, and I see how that could be frustrating for people. So I really want to improve on that. I want to make it a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more of an improvement. But I also wanted to say that I really appreciate everybody that have stuck around through this journey so far. And I know that sometimes it can be overwhelming as a viewer to see how often I was uploading, or even now, I think I still am uploading pretty consistently, even though I feel like I'm not as consistent. But I realize that in the grand scheme of things, I am pretty much posting pretty regularly, even still. But it's intense. I mean, personally, if I were you guys, I wouldn't watch all of my videos, because they're just a lot. It's a lot of content. Like, one of my favorite videos that I've done was actually the longest video, and that's with Jonas, the Awakened INFJ. Like, I just had so much fun in that video, but that video is like almost 4 hours long, and I definitely understand not watching that because it's so, or like not watching the whole thing. Also, there's quite a few interviews that are going to come up. And so I just want to say this, like I said this just before, but like, do not feel the need to watch every single one of my videos. I think you guys know this. I think most of you know this, but I have had some people that have been so overwhelmed that they're like, I have to unsubscribe because you're posting too often. And I guess I get that, but you don't have to. You can just ignore me. If you want to ignore me for like, 5 months or whatever, do it. I don't care. But yeah, I get it. I don't want you guys to be consumed with my interviews. Watch them when you can, if you want to, and if you don't want to, you don't have to watch them. But I really want to start taking requests from people of some videos that you guys want to see. I'm going to continue with the interviews for sure. I have a ton of ideas for videos already, but even like some other collaborative videos, Jack from the World of Socionics Society, or World Socionics Society, he actually emailed me, I think a couple of days ago. I emailed him back, but he's wanting to do some more stuff. And I really want to do some more Socionics related stuff. As you guys know, I really should look at the chat right now, but Andrew, or Squareheart, he is also an expert in my mind in Socionics. and he is one of the moderators on this channel. And I really want to start doing some videos with him. He's done, if you guys haven't checked them out, I mean, I haven't checked out all of them, but if you look at female ENTP, Brittany's channel, Andrew's on there, Square Heart. He does some Socionics videos with her. It's like this pretty long series where they're talking about Socionics, which is really interesting. But I also want to make it more digestible for people, because I know that not everybody that's in the typology community, I would say the majority, they don't know about Socionics. They know about Myers-Briggs, obviously. They may know about Big Five. They know about Enneagram, like stuff like that, but they don't know about like Socionics. Socionics is definitely one of those things that's like, it's just so, it's an intense thing. It's just very intense. And again, I don't feel like I 100% know Socionics because there's so much to it, but I love it. It's so interesting. But yeah, I also want to get into some more other topics. I really want to start a series on here where I highlight personal development or thought leaders, and even novels or books. Well, maybe not necessarily, I won't necessarily call them novels, maybe, but there are certain books that I've read that are specifically related to personal development, which personal development is my biggest passion. And it's been my longest passion as well. Well, maybe not my longest, but it's been a very consistent passion since I was 12 or 13. And I want to highlight some of those really transformative authors like Napoleon Hill and Dale Carnegie and people like that are kind of more mainstream, but also some other ones as well. So if you guys have any ideas, I'm going to look at the chat now because I've talked for too long already. Also, if you guys, it doesn't even have to be anything related, but if you have any comments or questions, feel free to ask. It does. Whoa. Okay, let's see. Okay. Dehydrated lung in a vase. I will email you. Sophia Townsend, to be honest, it's refreshing to see someone who isn't fake online for once, and even if you do clean up your videos, it will still be the real you. Well, thank you. Matthias Savage, to speak what is on your mind continuously with flow like you, Emily, is something I want to improve. I don't want to take time to say what's on my mind. I don't know if this is a joke, but if it isn't a joke, I mean, sometimes, guys, I don't think I'm like the most gullible person, but I can sometimes I have my moments. So hopefully this isn't a joke. Smith Machine PR, I gave up smoking meth, so I am pretty proud of myself. That might be a joke, but if it isn't a joke, I think, I mean, that's awesome. Like, great, that's really good for you. Let's see. Pucokie. Oh, MBTI gifts. Pucokie, don't watch my videos. Oh, I call reverse psychology. Well, we also need to do MBTI gifts. We should do an interview. Okay, the reason why I say this is, I mean, I truly, if I was in your position, I'm not even just saying you, but like someone's position, I do not expect every single person to watch those interviews because, I mean, it's okay. Like, I can understand watching some of the interviews, or like snippets of an interview, but it can be very intense to watch the full interview. That is a lot. Some of those can be hard. But also, I would rather have people, I mean, that want to be here. Like I said, and I mean, you guys can notice this for yourself. But if you look back on, like, especially my most recent videos, and I think I know why, I think I've angered certain people from someone else's channel. So they have a vendetta against me and now they want to dislike. I don't really care about that. I've talked about this before, but what really bothers me is that people are going over to other people's channels that I'm associated with and disliking videos just because they don't like me. And maybe I'm paranoid. Maybe that's not really the case. Maybe it's just a coincidence. But you can go after me, whatever. It's kind of funny. Like, you know what? 7 or 8. I mean, 8's one of my favorite numbers, so go ahead. I mean, but anyways, don't, especially like people that are smaller than me on YouTube, like people that only have, you know, a couple hundred subscribers, maybe even less than that. And people are going over there and disliking their videos to an extent that they have more dislikes than likes on their videos. Like, I find that to be messed up. But I guess I get it, and hopefully that dies down after a little while because I have a very strong indication of whose channel they're probably coming from, and I understand why they would be upset. And I also understand why people may have been upset by me posting a New Year's video where my friends and I were drinking. I mean, even though I didn't drink, I had like a couple of sips in that video. I do see that maybe some people would see that as insensitive, considering certain things that came out. But I personally, I'm gonna live my life, and I'm not gonna. I mean, I actually don't drink alcohol very often, and I actually think I'm allergic to alcohol, so I can only have a little bit anyways. But I'm not gonna change my lifestyle just because, you know, I understand being insensitive, but it was New Year's Eve, and that's what happens. Like, people drink, and I think you should drink responsibly, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, we're just not drinking at all, and I'm 25, I've never had a sip of alcohol before. So maybe that's a little blunt, maybe that's insensitive, I'm sorry if it is, but but yeah. Oh my gosh, Matthias Savage. I watched like 5 interviews in a row live during my exams final, but totally worth it. Oh my gosh. That's intense. Katie? How do you pronounce your last name? Smokovic? Guys, I'm bad at reading sometimes. So sorry if I cannot pronounce things. No, you don't post too often. I know people who post every day, and that is overwhelming. Well, at a time I was posting every day, and I also was posting interviews. There was a period of time, and this was right after a certain incident happened. That weekend after, I literally did a little over 12 hours of interviews in a 24-hour period, which was a bit extreme. And I don't recommend ever doing that. Stephanie was here. Emily, I would like to see you do something creative / art. I think you'd be great, and I believe you have hidden talents. Well, I mean, I think I've talked about this before, but I mean, that is one of my biggest passions is art. And I've always been like creatively inclined. I actually, when I graduated from high school, I wanted to go to art school. I wanted to go to SCAD, which is in Georgia, but it's like $60,000 a year, and I didn't know what to do, like what I wanted to do artistically, because I like so many different things. Like I like visual arts, graphic arts, ceramics, just all kinds of different things. But I would say the majority of what I do is watercolor, but I also was obsessed with origami when I was younger, and I actually have I have a talent for origami. I can basically make whatever. I mean, I follow steps, but there's still origami that I know in my mind since like the age of 11 or 12. But I basically, so when I was in middle school, I used to carry around all of these different origami figures, and I think I've talked about this before, but like I had like a dinosaur, a penguin, an elephant, all kinds of different animals that I made out of origami, and I really want to actually get back into origami. And actually, my inspiration for my bedroom, I still have a lot to do, but is actually Anthropologie. I don't know if you guys know the store Anthropologie, but it's kind of like this. I just really like the way they design that store, and they have a lot of origami and just like art stuff that they make for the store, art pieces, and I actually want to do that for my room. And maybe if you guys are interested, maybe I'll even have like a tutorial, but yeah. Okay. Katie, I started an art channel myself. Yes, Stephanie was here. I would love to see that and maybe tie art into MBTI. So actually, it's funny you say that. I've thought about actually drawing the types, like a representation of the types, and also like abstract, but also kind of realistic of what the types are like, or like what like kind of what their aura is, or even maybe do like a very realistic in the sense of like having like a caricature for them. Dehydrated lung in a vase. Emily, do you think that it's weird that on holidays it feels so different than normal days? What is your favorite spirit animal book? I don't know about a spirit animal book, but I do think it is weird that on certain holidays. But I also think that the reason why it feels like that is because I think I was actually thinking about this earlier because I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers. This is not an MBTI YouTuber. This is a YouTuber I've been watching for basically since, I don't know, like 2010 maybe, or 2011. When I subscribe to people, I subscribe for life, basically, unless it's like some really unusual circumstance. But like I've been watching her, she's 23, so she's 2 years younger than me, and I've been watching her since she was in early high school, or middle high school. Her name is Hello Katie. Well, it's Katie Bellotti, but her name is Hello Katie, and she had on YouTube, and I love the style that she has. She's an ENFJ, which I would think it would be so interesting to interview her actually, but I think I'm a little too small right now on YouTube to even get her attention because I have tried to contact her and she's probably like, well, who's this girl? But um but yeah, I was watching a video where she was doing a vlog of New York because that's where she lives, New York City, and she had um like Christmas trees and stuff and lights were out in New York. It just is a whole different feeling, and I think it's really the people that gathering around and having this collective view of a holiday or like I don't know. I feel like I'm sounding crazy, but but yeah, I don't know. There's something about it. I think when you're with people that you love too. So like it was really fun on New Year's being with my friends. I mean, you guys saw if you watched that video, you saw me with my friends, but yeah. Um Tabitha, you are awesome too. Smith Machine PR. I know I don't know you, but you'll be okay. Recovering is hard. Yeah, that's really I hope I'm proud of you as well. Okay, blank piece of paper. Emily, do you think you will ever branch out of socioeconomica and, and MBTI, or do you think that it will continue doing type stuff? So I feel like I have addressed this a few times. When it comes to the typology videos, I don't want to do that forever in the sense, well, I do want to always have some aspect of personality theory, but I don't want it to be like, oh, this is all of the stuff that I'm making. This is only typology stuff. And I don't even think like really a lot of the stuff lately has necessarily just been typology things. There are certainly many typology stuff that I do want to do. Like I haven't talked about most of the personalities actually. I haven't had a specific video for them. So I will continue to do that. But what I want, my vision for this channel is to mix many things together, like psychology, typology, philosophy, maybe even physics and lifestyle. Basically, what the tagline is, and I might have said this already, but the tagline for 2019 and actually going forward is the not so secret life of an introvert. That's going to be kind of like my tagline. I'm still having pucokie and stuff like that because pucokie is so near and dear to my heart, and that's something that I'm going to continue with. That's like my brand, but it's also going to be the not so secret life of an introvert. And I'm going to start a blog, so like a written blog, and have photos. I feel like I'm more eloquent via text when I'm actually writing things out and thinking about it. I'm way more eloquent than I am when I'm speaking. And also expanding my Instagram. I cleaned up my Instagram and archived a lot of stuff, but I really want to make even though I like the aesthetic on my Instagram, I want to make it more personal, but I want to try to do it in a way that's artistic, but also encapsulates like the introverted things, and also gets away from stereotypes. And then, I don't know if I've said this yet, but I'm going to start a weekly podcast that is going to branch off on certain topics as well. And maybe that stuff is going to be less typology related, but I want to keep stuff on here typology related, on the blog typology, maybe even incorporate Instagram and even the podcast a little bit, but all of it's gonna go like together, and I wanna have other things as well. And even there's gonna be some random videos, and I know that like having random stuff on your channel, you wanna have kind of a niche, but I don't know. I don't wanna just like post things just to post them. I wanna post things that I actually enjoy, but also you guys enjoy. And even if it's just a few people that enjoy certain videos and it just seems like something that I really want to do, like it's been pressing in my mind, then I'm going to do it. And it may not be the most popular video, but still, yeah. So that's the answer for that. Um, oh, MBTI gifts. Still want to talk about gifts for INFJ sometime. Yes. Yes, we should. Okay. Ava? Ava A. Emily, do you know Scott Barry Kaufman? He's a DA psychologist and does research on self-actualization, growth, and creativity, the connection between them. I don't know actually. I do not know. I may know who that is. But it's not ringing a bell right now. But that sounds very interesting, and I should look him up regardless. Oh, Taylor, who's angry? I think you're talking about, well, obviously I'm going really slow on this, but I mean, I was obviously, I had a pretty public breakup. Um, and I believe that there are people from his channel that still feel the need to come over here and click on my videos and leave a dislike. But jokes on them, those people that do that, even though I don't make that much money off these videos, and that's not my intent for this channel anyways. But a little, just by clicking on the video and clicking dislike or whatever they're doing, or even watching the video, they're paying me some money. So I guess, if they want to do that, if they want to support me in that way, go ahead. Tabitha, this is lame, but I'm wondering, as an INFP, I have issues following through with planning, and I have a goal, believe in what, sorry, I'm having a big problem reading, but only want to work when I want to work. Any advice? Planning depresses me. That is hard to say. I think it really, this is where it becomes down to like personality, and, certain things work better for others. I think there's definitely a way that you can make yourself excited about things, but it is kind of, it may be against your nature to want to work on something. Like, not want, you may want to do something, but like to force yourself to try to do something, you have to kind of trick your mind into wanting to do it. If that's what really motivates you, is when you really want to do something, trick your mind and see if that works. I don't know how you would do that. And even having someone that keeps you accountable would be great. Oh my gosh. I've resubbed because of the interviews. Well, thank you. And I probably will say this wrong. Mentat99. Blank piece of paper. I was thinking about starting a cooking channel, but I'm scared of cameras. That can be hard, but you don't have to be on camera. If you're scared of cameras itself, I mean, that's a whole separate issue, but if you're scared of being on camera or being, like, I understand the privacy aspect of that, or maybe you just, like, just don't wanna be judged in that way, because people are judgmental and people are a bit evil actually online. Some people are mean. Like, again, it's, like, annoying when people have to come after some of my friends, even friends that I've had in videos, like, people have said some nasty things about them, and it's like, you guys don't even know them. So, anyways, just maybe you can have stuff that isn't showing you, but just, like, doing the actual cooking stuff. Taylor. Small channels can skyrocket by getting in a public beef with a bigger one. That's true. I just don't think it is for this situation. Well, first of all, there's no beef, like, between me and him. Um, it's just some petty little biatches coming over from over there, wanting to, leave their own version of hate or whatever. Let's see. Blank piece of paper. What is one of the biggest things that helps you overcome anxiety of being on camera and you have pretty hair? Well, thank you. I think it's really weird actually that you guys are actually seeing kind of more of what my hair actually looks like the color. I think sometimes my hair does look really brown. It's really weird. Like right now it looks pretty red, but there's certain lights where it looks very brown. I have auburn hair, so it changes. Um, as far as anxiety goes on camera, I mean, that's something that just comes with time, really, at least for me, and maybe it's different for other people, but I had to just be consistent. It's hard, especially when you're editing videos. I think actually editing, like over editing videos, can be very discouraging because you're critiquing yourself. Because if I was as critical as I was, like even a year ago, well, not even half. The majority of my videos would not be put online because, you know, some of those videos I like, and maybe you guys don't feel this way, but when I'm looking at myself, I think like, oh, I've contorted myself in such a way that looks so weird. And like, or I sound stupid or I say something stupid. So I just like, that's partly why I've uploaded things and just not judged it as much. Mintat99. Did you ask Alex to do a video with you so that people can see the difference between INTJ and INFJs? I would love to. Actually, originally I was supposed to do a video with Alex, and I don't want to get into it, but it's just, I don't know how Alex is doing right now, but I know that she was going through something personal, and I don't know details about it, but I know that she was going through something personal, and that was partly that was the main reason why we didn't do a video with each other yet. I hope she's doing better. Again, I don't know what it was, but I know Calypso told me that. And yeah, no, I would love to do a video with Alex. Like, again, originally I was supposed to do a video with Alex and potentially Calypso, but then it ended up being Calypso. And hopefully Alex and I do a video later because I just find her very interesting. Forbidden fruit. Longtime viewer, always will be a fan. Well, that is very sweet of you. MBTI gifts. Haters gonna hate. It's so true. James Bentley. New Year's is a holiday for cracking open a cold one with the boys in many ways. Oh my gosh, forbidden fruit. I think I'm going to pick up smoking cigarettes. That sounds like a good idea. No, no, no. Oh my gosh. I'm 50 years old. What do I have to lose? Oh my gosh, don't do it. Yeah, Taylor, smoking makes you look cool. Do it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you would say that. By the way, Taylor, I haven't checked, but I added you on Facebook. Have you accepted my friend request? Because I hope you did. David G, you are so talented. Thank you. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Stephanie was here. I love origami. They carry power. Yes. Oh wow. Matthias Savage. The Awakened INFJ, Andrew Taylor, typing of INTJ jerk or INT jerk. I don't know how you pronounce that actually. Victoria, Sarah, Hope, and ENTP female were the interviews I saw live, I think. Yes, I've seen you many times, Matthias. David G's. She's so smart. Well, thank you. All right, we have a florist trying to get into my room, so I'm going to open the door. By the way, you guys haven't really seen Pumpkin. Here, wait, let me make sure you guys can see him. This is Mau Pumpies. He's just sleepins in here. Pumpkin, were you sleepins? You got the eye stuffs. All right, Flair, you want to come in? Oh, the Meeps. He misses Meepies. He misses Meeps. Whoa. My little Meep. Okay. Little Flair's Meeps. Oh, I don't know if I've shown you guys this, but my sister gave this to me. This is one of the things my sister gave me for Christmas. It's a blobfish on an ice cream cone. It's so Japanese. I love it. It's so cute. But yeah. Your flowers. Okay. Let's see. William Way. Hey, Emily. Does anyone know where Jonas is? I don't know where Jonas is. Maybe I think he might be taking a break from YouTube. Could be wrong about that. I mean, he hasn't been gone that long. That's the thing. Again, with YouTube, I feel like the time just goes by slower or faster and slower. It's weird. It's a weird time morph because it seems like there's a lot more time that's gone by, but it's actually pretty slow. Oh, INTP Paul, or how do you say INT Paul? Do you say INT Paul or INTP Paul? Because I know like the second version is me adding another P in there, but oh, I look forward to checking out your future blog soon. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, William Way. Emily, how do I connect with you for an interview? Well, my email is pucokie2@gmail.com. I mean, you can also email pucokie@gmail.com, but you're not gonna have as fast of a response because that's my main email, but I also don't check that email as often because that's where I get like all of my other mail. So I would definitely recommend emailing pucokie2@gmail.com. That's where you're gonna get the fastest response as far as emails go. And just say in the title of the email interview, so it's just easier that way too. So I know. And yes, you guys should do more ESTP videos because Taylor is underrepresented on YouTube, at least for saying that he's an ESTP. There's probably quite a few ESTPs on YouTube, but they don't know that they're ESTP, just like the majority of people don't know what their type is. Matthias Savage said, need glasses to see the opposite of myopia. Where is Owen? Wow. Don't know. But I actually do need to get glasses. It's actually really ridiculous. So that's going to be a random video that I'll do. I'll probably do a try on video for glasses, and you guys can pick which glasses you want. Yes. It is hard to want to talk on camera. I mean, be comfortable talking on camera. It's hard. Tis hard, tis hard. Oh my gosh, Taylor. What the I guess I can't pretend not to see it now. You're referring to the friend request that I gave. Which, by the way, I don't know why we aren't friends on Facebook, but maybe you don't want to be friends with me on Facebook. Because we've known about each other for a little while. Dehydrated Long in a Vase. Have you read the book called why am I having a problem pronouncing this? Sonor. Guys, I think I'm dyslexic, honestly. Like, I mean, not even a joke. I personally do think I'm dyslexic. Sonority overcomes generosity. Sonority. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry that I'm so bad. Okay. Oh, pronunciation. INT Paul. Okay. So that's how you do it. Okay. Who is Jet Plane 48? Maybe I know who this is. Florist. Goods. Oh. Wait a second. I think I have seen this guy's videos like a while back. Is Jetplane 48, does he call himself an ESTP? Anyways, I don't know. All right. Oh my gosh, the little flowers. I don't know if you can see her. Okay. But he used to mistype himself as multiple types. Interesting. I think I have seen that guy's videos, like, it was a while back that I saw a video of his. But Fleur's currently licking my hand. So saying that, I don't know if I have anything else to say, but again, this is the anniversary of this channel. Well, even though there are, like, this channel's older than that, but I consider this the anniversary because I consistently posted, and it has an overall theme, but yeah. Okay, I'm probably gonna say this wrong. Is it Jan Alveria? I cannot pronounce things. Hey, I have a quick question. What is the reason of life for you? I have said this a few times, but like my thing that I do, that I want to do in life, and I just feel like it's the reason for me, is inspiring people. That would be, like, I guess, my reason for life. Dehydrated, lung in a vase. Emily, I take it you have not read the book. Yes, I have not read that, but I should read it. And I am not going to even pretend to pronounce it again, even though that's not a hard word. Okay, so you guys may not know this. I can't say, or I mispronounce a few words. I'm going to try to pronounce this correctly. I do not pronounce picture correctly. I say picture. That's what I say instead of picture. There's many things. Okay. Hugh, what's up, Miss Emily? Nothing much, Hugh. How are you? Happy 2019. This is going to be our year, everybody. Let's make 2019 a better year than 2018. But, oh. Katie, I say rural. Hugh. Good. Miss you. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is just, okay. Okay. I know this has been tossed around a little bit, and maybe you guys haven't seen this talked about, but I definitely have talked about this with Hugh before. But would you guys want to do a meetup this year? Like, I'm not just saying like a pucokie meetup, but I'm just talking about a typology meetup. And I think personally, I definitely want to try to go to Europe, but I don't know. I don't know if it would be like, I would be able to do like necessarily meet up with people there. I probably will. Like, if I go to Europe, I'll probably go to Wednesdays. But, would you guys want to do, for those people that are in the continental, well, not even just continental US, but like people that live in Canada or Mexico or like on the North American continent, and obviously anybody else is invited too, would you want to do a meetup? And again, not like a pucokie meetup, but like a meetup typology meetup. And it doesn't matter what your personality type is, just kind of all meeting up somewhere. I just don't know where we would do it. Because obviously some people would have to spend some money. I don't mind going over to a place that would be where the majority of people, where it's most convenient for other people, but I think it would be neat. Um, Hugh, really? I'm not even gonna read that comment. That's you're so funny. Um, I'm not going to invite that person. I have nothing against him, but I just don't want to. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see in the future, but I don't think so. Kansas City, it's right in the middle. Yeah, that's not a horrible idea, Taylor. But yeah, I mean, we could just, I think, I mean, if we throw out some dates, and I'm saying like, let's not be flaky about this either. So if we want to do this, meetup, I'll do the meetup. If I will come up with a date, I would prefer that people have ideas of when you want to do it and like have some dates. But if we do it, that would be great because I mean, with my job, I actually can get PTO. So if we do it in advance enough, and I know not everybody has this luxury, and I know that I am blessed to have PTO, but I can actually request that time off as well. But yes. Aiden Beasley. What do you like / dislike about the INTJ? Well, there's much more. I mean, I feel like I'm a little bit biased towards INTJs. They're one of my favorite types. I like a lot about INTJs. I love their strategic mind, and I think they're amazing at a lot of things. Very intelligent. All right, so this guy, Brandon, I don't know if you guys are even seeing him, but he is saying the N-word. So we're going to block him because we're not going to do that on this channel. Wow, he literally said it like 7 times. Anyways. The things I dislike, it's hard to put into words, but there's not much I dislike about INTJs. I think they have a stereotype of being evil. I can see that. I think INFJs can be evil as well. I think all personality types can be evil in their own way. But yeah. Show media, bring Fleur. I could bring Fleur. She's used to being in a car. She wouldn't necessarily love it, but I could bring her. I could bring her. Fleur, would you like to go on a car, Chippy? Would you like to go on the car, Chippy? Are you just two good girls? I mean, as you guys can see, I have a very special relationship with my cats. Like, Fleur is just like a limp little noodle. I don't know. I just don't understand how people can hate cats. Like, I understand, or just like think cats are inherently evil. Not all cats are like that. This girl right here is the sweetest little girl. And she just is so good and noodly and sweet. She's also very smart. Like, what else can you ask for? But I'm also very allergic to her. But it's okay. Katie said, cats are INTJs. Not Pumpkin and Fleur. I mean, well, I also have typed them, but they do not act like a stereotypical INTJ, but I do get what you're saying. Show media, is that a cat? Yes, she is. But she does act like a dog. Your cat looks traumatized. Haha, big eyes. Well, that's just the way Flaris looks. Fleur and I just have big eyes. You shouldn't judge us. You shouldn't judge us just for having big eyes. Just kidding. By the way, guys, I really want to get in better shape. I just want to be toned. That is really random, but that's one of the things I'm doing in 2019. You guys are going to see, like, you're going to be like, whoa, this Emily girl, she's really fit now. I'm not going to be, like, overly muscular. I don't want to, I mean, that's just personally not something that I want for myself, but I'm going to be a very toned little bitch. That's what's gonna happen. That sounded weird. I feel like when I cuss, it just sounds stupid sometimes. Like I just don't have the voice or the demeanor all the time to say certain words. K7TZ. When is your birthday? July 24th, 1993. Oh, cool. James Bentley. I got a training staff for Christmas. That's really cool. Yeah, strength training. I definitely will be doing strength training. What is my biggest guilty pleasure food? This is not a joke. This is not a drill. This is not whatever. But I am obsessed with watermelon. And just to even drill us in further, I'm going to go take a field trip with Fleur over here and get something that I got for Christmas. Guys, I've been obsessed with watermelon my entire life. Watermelon is my favorite thing ever. Oh my gosh, what the hell? Why is this person is literally saying the N-word again a trillion times. I do not want you here. Get away. Get away. Yes, this is a watermelon pillow that I got for Christmas because watermelon is life. You know the whole Shrek is love, Shrek is life. You know, I really should make a video with watermelon because that's how I feel about watermelon. Actually, that video is kind of disturbing, but I think you guys get what that means. Do you know what I mean, Fleur? Do you know what that means? Guys, I'm sorry, this is a random video now. Whoa. Okay. I do not like watermelon flavored things that much. Yes, show media. That's because I could take a picture of it with my phone, but basically it's this person called Brandon Carson. They have a blue icon. You probably can't even see them. But they said the N-word, like, I don't even know how many times now. Okay, Taylor, have you ever had a vodka watermelon? Shit gets rowdy with vodka watermelon. I'm triggered by that, Taylor. You obviously do not know the story about me with watermelon vodka. You do not know that story. Maybe some of you do. This is what I mean by turn into an ESTP. And this is gonna, I mean, again, drink responsibly, people. Don't do what I do. For my 23rd birthday, I had no food. Like I mean, I wasn't intentionally doing this, but I didn't eat any food. I had water. I didn't even have water. I had carrot juice, which is random. I had 9 glasses of watermelon vodka. 9 glasses, not shots, 9 glasses of watermelon vodka. And I probably could have definitely gone to the hospital from that because I do not drink very often. And this was a very excessive amount of alcohol. And afterwards, I was crazy. I ended up blacking out, but when I blacked out, I did a lot of things that I usually would not do, like going up to people, everybody, and telling them how much I love them. Whenever I'm drunk, I tell people, everybody, that I love them and I kiss them. And okay, so now we have a person named Kaylee Rand that is saying the N-word. I'm not even gonna show it because I just don't want to even expose that. But it might even be the same person, but they literally are saying the N-word a few times. I don't get that. Like, why are you guys? I don't get that at all. But yes, it was a crazy time. I did a lot of things that I typically would not do. And it was watermelon vodka. So all I ate was watermelon and vodka and carrot juice. That was all I had. Yeah, you guys aren't seeing this because you guys don't see it in the chat, but because it automatically what's it called? Reviews it. Holds it on to review, so you're not seeing that. So for example, I could really quickly show one of these, but I'm not going to. So the chat does have a filter. And yeah. No. Taylor, I cannot. I actually think I'm allergic to alcohol. Just in general. Like, for example, at New Year's, and this is a little bit exposing, after that video, so I didn't drink during that video really, and I thought I wasn't gonna really drink that much, but I was at my friend's Anna's house, and we were only having wine or like, champagne stuff, which is wine. I think I had 3 or 4 glasses of wine, and I was blackout drunk from that. And that just shows how low my tolerance is. I mean, I know that that's still a lot of alcohol for someone my size, but I really do not drink very often. And when I say I'm blackout, I was blackout drunk. I do not remember after a certain point, which is really scary. And you guys, you have to know your tolerance. Luckily, both of the times that I've blacked out, which again, that was only a couple of days ago, and I really did not see that happening because it was just wine. I didn't mix drinks. I didn't do anything like that. You have to be responsible and know your body. And I'm glad that I was not out and I was with people that wouldn't take advantage of me. Um, yeah. Well, I mean, for me, right now I have a little extra weight on me. I mean, this is like, so I'm like 5'10", um, which is tall, but the heaviest I've ever weighed is like 134 pounds, which is a pretty small amount for someone. And it doesn't, but I've never looked weird. Maybe when I was younger, because I was like, I think a lot of kids look skinnier, but like that's the heaviest I've ever been. I'm typically in the 120 range, which again, I eat, I don't have an eating disorder. That's just naturally how I am. I'm naturally on the smaller scale. So, um, it, I think because all of those, the fact that I don't drink, the fact that I don't really weigh that much for my size, I think also plays a role. So it's scary. You guys have to be careful. Even if you're a guy, like guys also, you have to be scary with alcohol. I mean, scary, like you have to be scary with alcohol. No, you do not have to be scary with alcohol. You have to be careful with alcohol. Um, I really realized from this experience that I don't think I can even have, I can have alcohol every once in a while, but I can definitely not have even more than 2 drinks, because even more than 1 drink. Like for me, after 1 drink, I can already feel tipsy, and that's really scary. And it just has to do with the fact that I just don't drink. So, yeah, not a good look for sure. Yeah, Joe to JK, James. It is poison. And again, I think I'm allergic to alcohol. Like from this experience, especially the fact that I really didn't have that much, and it wasn't that I mixed any alcohols together. I think I am truly allergic, because even after 1 drink, and it's not just like, I mean, my body just completely rejects it. It does not want to metabolize it at all. So I like kombucha. Um, INT Paul, I do like kombucha. It is good. Yeah, I actually have been drinking kombucha for a while. I mean, I don't like all of kombucha because I think some kombucha tastes gross, but I've been did I say watching it? I've been drinking it for quite a while. Like I've been drinking it for like 4 or 5 years at least. So, hey, Sandeep. Taylor, I love how non-drinkers can't not tell you. What does that mean? What are you trying to say? Oh, are you saying that like people that say they are just basically saying, when people are saying that they don't drink, like, I mean, I used to be that way. When I was younger, I used to not drink. I You know, I don't think alcohol is horrible. It is a poison. It really does poison your body and in many ways. And there are better things out there. Even though I've never tried marijuana, I don't have anything really against marijuana. Um, but I think definitely that's better for you than alcohol. Um, doesn't mean I will ever try it. I don't know. Probably not. But as far as alcohol goes, I think I will continue to drink alcohol because I never have an issue with like alcohol in general. Um, but I have realized like I cannot because I mean maybe it's like a double-edged sword in the sense that because I just don't have alcohol very often. Like I have alcohol once in a blue moon, maybe once, and I don't have to. If someone said you do not have to drink ever again, I could easily do that because it's not something that I really reach for. But be on these special occasions like New Year's or like my birthday where I'm drinking and I'm just not realizing, you know, how quickly I'm doing that. I find that that's scary for me because again, I think I personally am allergic to it. So that has another aspect to it. But yeah. Wow. Yeah. But real talk, we really should think about where we would want to do um, a meetup if we did. You can easily become addicted to it, Sandeep. That's true. I mean, obviously there's quite a few people that we even know that are addicted to alcohol. I don't think personally I would ever. I don't really have an addictive personality in general. Like I have a almost anti-addictive personality. Um, but I know that like if I really tried to, I probably could be addicted to something. Um, I'm not really worried about that, but because I just don't really enjoy alcohol enough to do that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it can be fun to be drunk or whatever, but it's not worth it to me because I don't really typically seek that out. But, you know, for New Year's, it was fun up until the point that I, you know, blacked out. That wasn't good. That was not good. And getting sick, that's not good at all. And like having to recover the whole next day. Um, don't recommend that. Just know your limits if you drink alcohol. I don't think there's anything bad having it in moderation and having it for a special occasion every once in a while. But yeah. Ronald, what the fuck? What are you saying what the fuck to? Well, yeah. I think for most people, it is a good idea not to do alcohol, have alcohol. But still. Paper Eater 101. Do you do yoga? Pucokie. I haven't lately, but I really want to again because I really enjoyed it. Yeah. All right. Taylor, I recommend everyone get shit-faced, retarded, drunk at least once. Um, I don't know if I would say that for everybody because I don't I don't think it can apply to everybody, but I think, you know, within reason, I see what you're saying, because I'm not saying that, it was the most enjoyable experience. Definitely wasn't. But it was fun to think like, oh, whatever. Okay. Yeah. I probably shouldn't have said the R word either. Because saying retarded is, I don't really use that word at all, just because I know that that's offensive. Um, and offensive, like, I find the word retarded to be, like, for example, if someone calls me a bitch, I don't care. And actually, if someone calls me, the other word too, I wouldn't care. But I think just the fact of who it's about is kind of, in context, may not be that good. I don't even know if that made sense, actually. Yeah, I mean, people do get offended very often. I don't I try not to get offended. I don't think I get offended very often, actually, but Fleur does have the delicate ears. Alright, guys, I feel like it's also 12:39 AM. I really need to go to bed because I do work in the morning. Um, so yeah, okay, Ronald, I agree with that. I think that, saying retarded is not, nice in that instance, especially. So, yes, I'm gonna go to bed because it is 12:40 AM and I work at 8:30 AM, which isn't too early for me, but it's early when you go to bed's late. Yeah. All right. Love you guys, and thank you so much. Here's to 2019, and also here's to the first full year of this channel, and I can't wait to see what happens. Again, if you want to do an interview or anything like that, you can email me at pucokie2@gmail.com. I would say that's the best way, because when people write comments, I don't always see them right away. Um, YouTube's kind of weird with the way they show comments. Like, I have to actively seek things out typically, but yeah. All right, yes, thanks, James, for saying grats. Um, by the way, James Bentley, if you ever want to do another video, I would love to do another video with you. But yeah, so even people that I have interviewed before, if you want to do another video, it doesn't have to be an interview, but it could just be like a collaborative video. Let me know. Send me an email. Even if you just want to say hi, and you don't want to have it on a comment, you can send me an email. Don't worry about it. I mean, I always reply to my emails. And if there's an off chance that I haven't somehow replied to your email, I don't think it's really happened, but if there has been a case, then just email me again, because it's definitely not an intentional thing. Unless it was like a creepy email, which most people do not send creepy emails. But yeah. All right. So bye. Good night. Flairist is a good girl, and she's so swats. Here goes, baby girls. Be careful, guys, and Let's all have a really good year this year and work on our goals and our dreams. Okay. Bye.